I'm just going to show you one of the quickest ways that I know to build a WordPress website. I started building WordPress websites probably 10 years ago, and I've probably got about 5 or 6 now. The hosting company I've always used is Bluehost. I did have 20 sites with Bluehost, but when I got into wedding photography, I sort of wound down my web business. I'm actually building that back up again now, and I found Bluehost again. So I got in touch with them. They've sent me a link. So in the description below, you should find a link that you can get a good discount. Good thing about Bluehost is their one-click install. So WordPress doesn't have to be hard to install now. You literally one click and you go straight in. They're also doing a domain name for the first year. So this is great if you fancy having a go at a website now, doing one yourself rather than paying a lot of money to let someone else have a go. It's always hard because, you want to spend about £2,000, to be honest, to get a really good website. So free domain name, which is really good. They're giving an SSL certificate, which is pretty much mandatory now. You really don't want to use a hosting company that won't give you a free SSL. So always check that out if you're looking at hosting. And also say you've got the one-click WordPress install, and their support's really good. I never had any trouble with Bluehost. You're always going to get little problems, and that's why with the hosting company, it's very important that they get back to you and they sort them out. So they've been going a long time, I think about 17 years now, and I started with them 17 years ago, so I can highly recommend them. So you can literally go get started and you'll be able to look at the packages. Now, I've always used an unlimited package because obviously I had 20 websites and I wanted to host them for as little as I could. So I probably had 3 or 4 that were my own, and I looked after a lot of others. But I always used the unlimited package. So unlimited websites, they call it Choice Plus now, but it was the unlimited package. And what you really want to look at is how many websites you do want to. Sorry about that, just missed it. My internet went off for a second then. It's all right now, nothing to do with Bluehost, but my internet service provider, I've just changed them. So let's carry on anyway. Site privacy, you've got backup actually, which is a good thing in the unlimited package, but you just want to go through, I'm not going to go through everything here, but the basic package, £3.19, so that's per month. One website, that's absolutely fine. So for £3.19 per month, I'm going to show you a free WordPress theme install with a page builder. So that will literally be how much you pay per month for your total website, which is incredible, really. So let's take a look at that. You would just select your package. You'll go through, they've got a very simple system, and it will say one-click install for WordPress. So you'll just install WordPress and you'll just set up and you'll literally go to the screen we're about to go to. So I'm going to go straight over. You'll have clicked to install it. Let's go over to WordPress now. So this is what your dashboard will look like. WordPress, it's just a step-by-step thing. My advice would be just to follow this video. As with a lot of subjects, photography, we all know there's probably 90% is a lot of fluff. Web is the same. It's actually worse. What you're after really is a very good fast hosting company that will look after you, which is Bluehost. No problem there. And then WordPress, I think it's 60 or 70% of the websites on the internet now are WordPress based. WordPress isn't perfect, but it's open source now. There's so many developers involved with it that it forces WordPress to get better every year. So WordPress is like a shell, really. It's sort of like the body of a website. That's the best way to describe it. It's the heart of your website. You then add on things called themes. So you add on themes and you add on plugins. And you add pages and posts, which are blog posts. You don't have to have a blog. All this, just I'll give you one piece of advice about blogs, and that is, unless you add to them regularly, they are a burden. People will comment, you've got to reply to comments. So that's one piece of advice. Start with a few pages, and this is a 4 or 5 page website we're going to do today. Keep it really simple and don't get too much involved with blogs. You can always add your blog posts later on and expand your website, but really get the hang of WordPress. Don't add too many plugins, too many themes, which we're going to do now. I'm just going to go over to themes. So I'll go over to the left and go to appearance, then scroll over to themes and click on that. And let's have a look at the themes we've got installed already. Now I've left this in, but just to show you how to get rid of themes, we've got Astra here. And this has come with, Astra's the one we're going to use. I'll show you how to install that. And we've also got one called 2020. Now 2020, there's nothing wrong with that theme at all. But the great thing about using a WordPress theme like Astra, it's free. And then they actually give you a page building system. So you can import a complete website. Then you can just change the text, change the images. It gives you a really good starting point, and it's designed by obviously really good graphic designers because they want you to use Astra. There's more than enough that's free with Astra to be able to build a very profitable website. You don't have to pay anything, but they've also got a professional side, and obviously they want to give you the free side so that they can encourage you to buy the more pro package. You can do. It doesn't cost that much, but you can get a lot done for that £3.19 or per month. So let's just take a look at this theme details. Just hide that. So that's the 2020 theme. It's actually really quite fast and it's a good theme. What I would suggest doing would be to delete this, but I'm going to leave that in there for now. Now Astra theme, if you want to install Astra, all you need to do is go over to themes, so appearance, themes, and then you'll come up to the top and it will say add new. So I know that Astra's in there, but I want you to just click on add new. Internet's slowing down. Let's have a look if it comes back again. Here we go. So when we want to add new, come over to the left and scroll. I've got to scroll down, but just type in Astra. There you go. It's saying it's installed, but what you need to do is click install, and then we're going to activate it. So click activate. So you'll just click install and then click activate. It's the same button. There we go. So we've activated Astra now. That's our main theme for our website. And on the right-hand side, that one's moved to the right, and we're not going to be using that one anymore. So Astra's our main theme, so that's done. Next thing we're going to look at is plugins. Let me just see if I can move this picture to there. Right, so left-hand side, plugins. Let's have a look at the install plugins. Now I have actually got some plugins installed and I'm going to delete them and then we'll reinstall them. So we're going to use Elementor. I'll show you how to install these now, but we'll delete it for now, just to show you how to delete plugins that you don't want to have a WordPress installation with lots of plugins in. So let's get rid of all these. There we go. So with this again, go to the top and click add new. What we're going to do is search WordPress database online to find a plugin for Astra, and it's by the same company. It's just called Astra again. And there we go, install now. So it's the starter templates. So we've got theme, which is Astra, and then they're giving us some starter templates that work with Elementor. That's the page builder. So the theme is Astra, the starter templates are by Astra, and the page builder is Elementor. So we're going to click install now. We're going to activate that. If you're wondering why things aren't quite working right, it's usually because people don't activate their plugins and their themes. So it's a two-step process. There we go. So what it's given us now, don't worry too much about this plugin, which is a special plugin so I can reset WordPress so that I can do these tutorials for you. So I get a clean, fresh install. That's nothing to do with what we're doing. One step down, starter templates. Now this is Astra. And if you click on C library, that's under the word starter, C library. And we're going to use the page builder called Elementor. It's extremely popular. They've got a great website. Go and have a look over there. I'll put some links to the Bluehost hosting. They've sent me a link, and it is an affiliate link, by the way, which will mean that if you buy your hosting with Bluehost, you are actually supporting this channel and allow me to do more work for you. And I'm going to produce a lot more content to do with WordPress and websites. And that allows me to do that. Elementor, I'll do a link to Elementor's website, etc. Any resources, they'll be in the description below. So click on Elementor. So this is going a bit slow, but I've got screen capture software and it's slowing everything down. We've got a very good chance of buying a new laptop soon because I don't think this is coping with it at all. So bear with me. Let's go over to these themes. So one thing to be wary of, you're not going to buy anything by accident. So, but the bottom line is Astra have agency type templates and then they have free ones. And if you just click on the down arrow at the top, just to try a free one, you can change the template at any stage. Click in free, and that's only going to show us the free ones. The main advice I'll give you about themes and templates is to try to use templates and themes that are as close to your final result that you're after. So if you see something, you think that's exactly what I want, the layout, colors, etc., except for you obviously need to change the text and change all the images, then get one as close as possible. So that's a big tip, that is, because you end up just trying to muck around too much with them and alter them and you're never happy. Now, there's plenty to look at for free, but the one we're going to use is Mountain. I like this one because it's got 3 pages that are really important. So to me, obviously the home page is really good, nice and clean. It's got 3 services link there, which we could do a single page for each service in the end. It's got an about page, an actual service page so this is a sort of service page you could have. But there we go. So the service page is good. And obviously you want a contact form, and it actually comes with WP form. So it's a proper contact form. There's a map if you need that to show you contact details, where you live, if you want to do that. Now this is one click as well, and that's the great thing about going via Bluehost. Your simple steps: register a domain name with Bluehost, 1 year for free, £3.19. It might change by the time you see this video, but the link will get you a good price no matter what. Then you go through, one click install WordPress, and then this click is incredible, import complete site. It's literally going to import the complete website now and give us a starting point. Now, if you check the top box, which I'm going to do, it's going to delete previously imported site. In other words, just clear it out. It will give you a warning. But just remember, if you've got an existing WordPress installation and you're working from that and you haven't gone clean install via Bluehost, brand new domain name. There's the cat. How are you, Sook? You all right? See you in a minute. So just bear that in mind. Delete previously imported site. Delete previously imported site. It's not a problem for me. So let's click import. So that's going to bring everything in and the template. And this is what's so great about this way of working. You're not creating a website from scratch. You're not using a template that ships with WordPress that generally you're going to like for a while and then realize the limitations of it. This is a really good template and a good theme. Astra is extremely fast as far as Google's concerned. So once your site's up, it's not bloated with lots of code. So it's very fast, good for mobile phones. So really good. Just let it's at 54%. There we go. So there we go. So with one click now, we're going to view the site live. I registered the domain name Worcester Websites a long time ago, and that's actually been my little business for internet. So Worcester Websites is my domain name. So this is live now. This is ready to go. Now, bear in mind that there's some great images in here and you will be tempted to use them. I would suggest you don't use any of the stock images. You have no idea if you've got rights to use them. Very difficult to prove. So you'll obviously change all the logos, all the text, and that would be my advice. Don't use any of their images. But it gives you a good idea. I mean, a typical one for this in my area, we've got Malvern Hills. So I could probably put Malvern Hills in the background because it's based on Worcester. It's a very local sort of little web business I've got. There's only people within this area. So I'm going to make the website very local, I think. Services for me will be photography, web design, and video. So just 3 simple service pages. Very clean, simple website. Just a gallery with some of the websites, images, whatever you like there. And this is the footer section at the bottom, which is edited separately. So now this is the magic. I'm not going to go too much further with this because I'm going to do quite a few more of these videos and put them on my website, which is barleyphotography.com. There'll be a link in the description to this as well, but you go / and websites.html. Don't worry about remembering that. Just go down to the description. All the resources will be there. And you'll be able to get to a particular page on the site where I'm going to put everything I know about WordPress, the internet. It's just one single page really for websites. So we're going to edit this with Elementor. At the top, just go edit with Elementor in the center. Now this will be faster for you. I've got so many things running at the moment. I tested this out on a normal day without everything running, and this moves pretty quickly. But don't worry too much about the delay on this. It is a hell of a delay. Time for a new laptop, I think. But just to give you an idea of the recording system I'm trying out here, it's Google Chrome, and it's Loom. Loom. It's free, and I'm just testing it out. I'll probably do a review on this, but as you can appreciate, you need quite a fast laptop by the look of it, and you also need a good internet connection. There we go, I'm back again. Maybe I've been there all the time, I don't know. Just as that's going on, I'd just like to say, if in the comments section below this video, if you would like more information about WordPress, you'd like me to do more about this because you are building websites, just let me know. And also let me know if you don't want that. I'm looking for direction for this channel so that I can do very useful videos for you. Loaded up now anyway. So that's the beauty of Elementor. Once it's in, it doesn't take long. It took long then. It usually doesn't. Have a go with it. You'll be fine. So you can click in any of the text. And what I tend to do is click in on the text, and you'll see it. You can highlight it, and you can actually do it on the screen. So I can change that there. But what I do is come over to the left, and you'll see the text in there. So let's just change it. Sun's going outside soon, I think. So you can change any of the text. You can change the buttons. You can actually drag these sections from one place to another. We'll have a go at that. Might be a bit too much for Loom, but on a laptop like this, let's try and drag a section for you so you can have a look at that. You can delete sections. Let's just move this one, see if we can move this one. You grab it in the center, click, and then drag. We'll move that section up. You just pull up to the top of the page. I'm pushing my luck now. Keep going. Didn't like that very much. Here we go. Nearly there. So I haven't frozen. I am here. So everything's freezing up at the minute. So I think we're probably approaching 15 minutes. Maybe it's time to let this one go. Get a new laptop. If anyone has got recommendations for a laptop, please put them below, because I'm going to review some laptops because this needs to go. Looking for a laptop that will do Lightroom really well, Photoshop obviously, and Premiere Pro. So if there's anybody that's really into their laptops, please comment below, because I'd love a laptop that can just run extremely smoothly. Tempted by the MacBook Pro 16, but expensive. So that gives you an overview. That'll get you a good stage. So we're in Elementor now. You can start altering your text. I'm not going to go too much further today, but you've then got a website where you've got a domain name with an SSL certificate, which is a little padlock next to in the corner of your browser, which is security. That's what you want. You're then moving on. You'll install WordPress via Bluehost step by step after you've registered your domain name. WordPress will install, and then you're going to put in Astra is the theme. Astra plugins with their templates, and the page builder's Elementor, which is this section on the left. And that'll get you to a good place, and we'll do some more videos soon. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you again soon.